When every single NFL season wraps up, a bunch of NFL teams make moves to sign players that they want to help make their team better. And the most important position on the football field is the quarterback. So obviously many teams are going to make moves for quarterbacks to try to help make their team better. And coming into the offseason, there are multiple quarterbacks who are going to hit free agency and who are rumored to be traded. So today I'm going to be making a video on landing spots for quarterbacks who I believe will be moving in the next offseason. What's up everybody, it's AC Analysis, and like I said in the intro, today I'm going to be talking about potential landing spots for quarterbacks who are going to hit free agency and who are rumored to be traded. And there's a bunch of teams that I can list that really look like they need a quarterback, so I felt like I could make a solid video on this. And the injury report video will come up on Wednesday. But before we get started, if you guys enjoy consistent football content, remember, liking and subscribing will be really helpful. We're on the road to 100 subs now, and we're almost at 75, and every sub helps. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. Actually, before we get started, it's time for the shoutout of the video, and the shoutout for today's video goes to Football Wins 32. He makes highlight videos of NFL players, and you guys should really check him out. And with that being said, let's actually get right into the video. The first quarterback that I'm going to talk about on our list is the Chargers backup quarterback Tyrod Taylor, and he signed a one-year $11 million deal with the Chargers after his 2019 season, and he was meant to become the starter for the team since he still was a solid quarterback to have as a starter on a tanking team. But then the unfortunate happened, and a doctor actually hurt his ribs. A doctor, I believe, punctured his ribs, causing Justin Herbert to have to come in the game. And then after Justin Herbert came in the game, he played very well, and now he is a solid starter for the Chargers. And this has happened to Tyrod Taylor before. He has started many players' careers off of unfortunate injuries. But Tyrod Taylor is still a quarterback. I mean, he played solid in his only game with the Chargers, so he's still a quarterback that you want to have on a team. And a team that I really do believe needs a quarterback is the Jacksonville Jaguars, who currently just benched Gardner Minshew, and it's pretty clear to me that they will need a quarterback, because I believe right now they're running with Jake Luton. So if there's any team that is the most likely to sign him, it is the Jacksonville Jaguars. A team that I see is less likely to sign him is probably the New England Patriots, because the Patriots already have some quarterbacks like Cam Newton and Jarrett Stidham, and they're really trying to upgrade, and I don't believe Tyrod Taylor is too much of an upgrade to Cam Newton, but I do believe that Tyrod Taylor will go to the Jaguars, because the Jaguars need something, and if you're a tanking team, I believe Tyrod Taylor is the perfect tanking quarterback, because he can still play solid. For the Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott, he's hitting free agency this offseason, and I don't believe I need to talk about this one for too long, because Jerry Jones, the owner of the Cowboys, has even admitted that they're going to keep Dak Prescott since he is their guy. And rightfully so. I mean, the Cowboys were playing solid until Dak Prescott got injured. Prescott was putting up like 40 points a game, and yet they were still losing because of their abysmal defense. And once Dak Prescott was out, you could really see how bad the team needed him. The team is absolutely awful now. They went from Super Bowl contenders coming into the season to a team they'll be lucky if they can even win 5 games. So it shows that they need Dak Prescott, and I'm expecting him to sign a massive contract for multiple years worth like $40 million a year, since the Cowboys really do need him. Now the next quarterback I'm going to talk about is Phillip Rivers, who signed a one-year $20 million contract with the Colts. And after this contract, he will be at a very old age, I believe 38 years old. So if anything, I can really see him retiring. But if he does not retire, he'll either sign with the Colts, or I believe he will sign with the New York Giants. Keep in mind, I'm not including draft in this, since I don't believe I'm draft savvy enough to make these decisions or bold statements. But if any team could go with Matt Stafford, I do believe it's the Giants. Purely because the Giants have had many pocket passers. Eli Manning, Daniel Jones. They're not crazy used to, using quarterbacks that can get outside the pocket. Sure, Daniel Jones has some, running to him, but he is mainly used for his passing. So if any team I can really see signing Phillip Rivers, I believe it is the New York Giants. But he could very well sign back or just straight up retire. I believe the most likely is probably retire. The only team I'm not going to say a quarterback is going to sign to is the New York Jets, since I'm almost 100% sure that they will draft Trevor Lawrence. I at least know that. The next quarterback I'm going to talk about to potentially get traded or moved is Mitchell Trubisky, who signed with the Chicago Bears in 2017 off of the NFL draft and was really looking like the future for this team in 2018 when the team did go 12-4. But everything has been downhill since then. and he was benched in 2020 for Nick Foles. And Nick Foles was actually signed with the Bears that season to give Mitchell Trubisky some competition. And Trubisky is going off of his rookie contract this season, and I do not believe that the Chicago Bears will re-sign him because he's not played well for them. Keep in mind, the Bears could have drafted Patrick Mahomes in this draft, but instead they drafted Mitchell Trubisky. And so one of the teams that I really believe have a chance of signing him is the Washington Redskins, who are currently relying on Alex Smith after Kyle Allen's gruesome injury. But the thing is, Alex Smith is not the quarterback he once was, and Trubisky is a quarterback that I do believe can help the team, because I know that right now they're not really trying to win, so Trubisky is a good quarterback to just have in there, because in no stretch of the imagination do I believe he is a number one quarterback on a good team, but on a bad team I can see it. So if one team signs Trubisky, it probably will be the Redskins, because he will sign with the team. He will sign with the team. But you never know, he might sign up with a backup role with another team, kind of like what Jameis Winston did. He signed up for a backup role with the Saints, so he might become a backup for a team like, I don't know, the Chiefs, but I'm guessing he will sign with the Redskins. Now, the boldest prediction I'm going to make in this video is one that you guys probably don't believe will happen, and to be frankly honest, I don't believe it will happen either. I'm just saying it because I'm a fan of this team, and I think that maybe Aaron Rodgers will sign with the Patriots, because the Patriots, first of all, need a quarterback, and Aaron Rodgers has been really rumored up in trades. He's really expected to trade since the Green Bay Packers are not giving him what he needs to succeed. Like, for example, in the draft, the Green Bay Packers drafted Jordan Love when they could have drafted T. Higgins or someone like that and give Aaron Rodgers a really good weapon. So they drafted a successor already in the first round, which to be fair they did with Brett Favre, but Aaron Rodgers is still in his prime. So I believe that was a bad move. And then coming into the trade deadline, everyone believed Will Fuller was actually going to sign with the Packers. And Will Fuller is the deep threat the team needs. Davante Adams is really the only receiver that Aaron Rodgers trusts. And Will Fuller would have been an incredible add-on to the team and would have really made them probably the biggest threat in the NFL. But because they didn't sign him, and the Green Bay Packers' reason for not signing him is that he wasn't good long-term, the thing is, Aaron Rodgers is reaching the end of his career. He wants to win now. And Patriots might not be the win-now team, but Belichick, I'm sure in the draft and somehow in the offseason, he will be able to sign players. And Aaron Rodgers, Belichick might not be Aaron Rodgers' type of coach, but Aaron Rodgers is definitely Belichick's type of quarterback, a pocket passer, a great leader. So maybe this is just me hoping, but that would be absolutely incredible if Aaron Rodgers did sign with the Patriots. Okay, so this is post-production AC, and I voice recorded this video actually before the Patriots Sunday night game, in which they actually upset the Baltimore Ravens and beat them by 6 points, and Cam Newton had a solid game, 118 passing yards and 1 touchdown. When I say that out loud, you must be like, that's not a good game, he didn't perform that well, but it was a pouring day, so the entire time the Patriots were just trying to run the ball because they knew that passing was not a viable option. So Cam Newton, for what opportunities he had, he played good. Sure, he did miss a touchdown throw, but he played well, and knowing Bill Belichick, he usually puts away one-year contract players. Cam Newton might go to another team, and we might still draft a quarterback in the draft. But Cam Newton, with his performance, I don't think it's guaranteed that he will leave or go to a backup role because, past 2 weeks he has played solid. In the past 2 weeks, he's averaged 107 quarterback passer rating. So Cam Newton, good job. You're doing better. The next quarterback I'm going to talk about is Ryan Fitzpatrick Magic, and Ryan Fitzpatrick has actually played really well this season for the Dolphins, actually averaging about 100 quarterback passer rating per game, and this season we have only seen Fitzmagic, but for some reason, after a 200-yard, 3-touchdown performance with 100 quarterback rating, he was benched for Tua, which I find absolutely crazy since Fitzpatrick was playing like Fitzmagic. And what usually happens for Fitzpatrick is he plays 3 games as Fitzmagic, and then the rest of the season is Fitztragic. He plays really bad. But this season, for about 6 weeks in a row, he was playing very good. So I do believe when he leaves, the journeyman will sign with a new team, since he will be on the market. And this might be a bold prediction, but if there is any team that I really do believe will sign him, it will be the Chicago Bears. Because I believe Trubisky will go away. They will keep Nick Foles, who is a solid quarterback. But I see Ryan Fitzpatrick going there because Nick Foles is not like 100% a starter quarterback. So Ryan Fitzpatrick can give some competition for Nick Foles to, I believe, either make him better or have Ryan Fitzpatrick play better and be their starting quarterback. So if Fitzpatrick goes to one place, I am expecting Chicago. but he even may go to the Giants, who are a tanking team. Fitzpatrick is known to go to tanking teams. He may go to the Giants. He may go to the Patriots, since Fitzpatrick has also been on every single AFC East team but the Patriots. We never know, but my prediction is probably the Bears. Now, the final quarterback I'm going to be talking about is Joe Flacco, who signed a one-year deal with the Jets, and this season, honestly, he hasn't been playing that well. And this offseason, I'm going to just quickly say this right now, I'm guessing he will retire. He's had a nice career, he's won a Super Bowl, he's played for a good Ravens team, so I believe he will just retire now, end his career, live with his family, happy life. But yeah, I don't really see any team really wanting Joe Flacco. The only reason Joe Flacco was on the Jets is because the Jets were just that flat out awful and Sam Darnold was just playing that awful. With that being said, that'll wrap up this video. This has been AC Analysis talking about where I believe quarterbacks heading into free agency will land. And I make one video about every 2 or 3 days, so if you guys enjoy that content, liking and subscribing would be really helpful. We're on the road to 100 subs now, and we're actually almost at 75, and every sub helps. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time.